Coach, if you start with an opening statement.
Yeah, hats off to Louisiana Tech and Coach Cumbie and his staff. Flat out kicked our tails tonight from the start to the finish. Really good job by them. Really good job executing their game plan. We didn't play well enough tonight to win. Didn't coach well enough tonight to win. Got to go back to the drawing board. Hope it's a learning experience. Not sure we fully learned how to win consistently. That's with preparation. That's with responding, coaching included. Didn't execute well enough. Defensively, not a great first half. I thought in the second half, obviously, we bowed our necks a little bit. The score kind of allowed some of that. But we did come up with some big stops early, and then offensively, we couldn't get the ball in the zone. So we go back to the drawing board. Really good job by La Tech. I mean, flat out punched us in the face today. So we go back to the corner and regroup.
Seemed like there was a few times in the red zone where Braylon could use his legs, and he elected to pass. And kind of, what's the philosophy there for him on?
I mean, if you call a QB run, he's going to run. If you call a pass, he's going to go through the progression. You can't yell at him, hey, take off. He's got a progression to go through, and obviously from a instinct perspective, you can't take either one away. You can say, well, you should have ran, you should have passed. Obviously, that's after the play, but that wasn't the issue. We got ball on the 6-inch yard, we can't get in. Ball in the red zone 2 or 3 times, missed field goals. All the things that happen when you can't handle success. When you can't handle success, you don't go through all the same processes that you did to get to where you were. Not something that we plan to do, but this is what happens. So we got to continue to work at it. I thought there was some positive, but there was some fight. You look at, we moved the ball on offense throughout the game, just wasn't able to put it in the zone. Well, you get evaluated by points. And we didn't come up with those points today. Defensively in the first half, I thought there were some opportunities, for us to get off the field. And they made some big plays. Kudos to them. But you can't spot a team 30 points and then start playing. That's not, or 20 points and then start playing. That's not, a recipe for success anywhere. Coaching included. It wasn't just players. We got to do a better job matching personnel. We had to do a better job getting Braylon into a better play in the red zone. All things included.
The first few plays they had to the tight ends, was that more of a scheme issue or
poor eye discipline? The guys got him man-to-man. He blocks down. I look in the backfield. There he goes. But that's what happens when you don't play with discipline. I got that guy man-to-man. Just because he blocked down don't mean my eyes can go somewhere else. Happened 2 times in a row. That's just the old adage of you got to do your job. That guy belongs to me. If he goes to the bathroom, I go to the bathroom with him. If he takes a knee, I take a knee with him. Not, well, he blocked down, now I'm going to go try to be aggressive to something else. Some of that is, over-aggression to make a play, but you got to do your job. Both scenarios. Got one guy, 2 different people. I got the tight end. He blocked down, my eyes go off. He's gone. That's what good offenses do. They take advantage of poor eye discipline. So we got to do a better job of that. We got to obviously coach better techniques of tracking your guy through the block. When do I come off of him? Never. Hey, I got to go touch the guy. We made some adjustments as the game went on and kind of put him a little bit closer. So I got to touch him. I can't necessarily look at him. But you got to do your job. We got to be better at coaching eye discipline, obviously. We got to be better at putting our guys closer, maybe, so they don't have some eye violations. And then we got to execute by doing your job.
You mentioned being able to play a little bit better defense in the second half. Was there any sort of message, or did you see any of the specific defensive players kind of step up and ignite that? Or?
We challenged them, at halftime and said, well, we get to choose who we're going to be, how we're going to respond. I thought they responded well. I thought they came out with the right energy. It's hard in college football, man, when you spot a team 17, 18 points. It's hard. It's hard to battle back from. Puts you in a little bit of a bind from an offensive or defensive standpoint, right? They're not going to go as fast. They're going to take a little more time off the clock. Offensively, they know you got to kind of press the ball a little bit. So they change what they do a little bit, on defense. But I thought our defense responded. We came out and got 3 stops in a row. We just needed to respond on offense and make it a little bit more of a balanced game there right at the end of the third quarter. That drive on the goal line was an opportunity to kind of flip momentum. Kudos to them. They stopped us all 4 times. It wasn't anything that we just didn't do. They stopped us. We didn't block them, but they made the plays. You got to execute down there. That probably turns the momentum a little bit, which now you get a chance to see what happens. We weren't able to execute.
Anything else? Coach, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Chris, obviously they spotted you 30 points there in the first half, but I thought y'all guys responded very well in that second half. What was kind of the message in the locker room coming out of halftime?
Coming out, we was just like, we're going to make a stop and let the offense score and do their job. We do ours, they do theirs. And that's what those are playing coming out. That's not our standard to let, no team, no matter any level, to come out and just score 30 points on us. But they did, and we just can control what we control. We can try to come out and just stop them. That's what we did in the second half.
When they were able to get those plays in the beginning of the game to the tight end, was that Coach kind of talked about it, poor eye discipline? Is that how you would define it, or scheme?
Yes, sir. It was a couple mistakes, missed assignments that we made. I'd just say it was just poor eye discipline. We should have had our eye on our man. Even if you step down, you rerun, you still gotta have, great eye discipline and be on your man, do your job. So we didn't do our job on that play, and that's what it resulted in.
You playing better defense in the second half, in addition to kind of a change in mindset and effort. Was there any sort of tendencies that you picked up on that their offense was doing that you were able to?
Nah, it really wasn't nothing that we picked up on. It was just more like we just decided that we were gonna stop them. Of course, I'll take that back. Of course, coaches made adjustments to make sure we was in the right spots. That's their job. That's what they always do. And Coach Seymour did a great job of doing that. And the other defensive coaches, but it's also a mentality thing. You got to go out there and be like, okay, enough is enough. We're not letting these guys score again. So, yeah.
What was kind of Coach's message to y'all in the locker room after the game?
After the game, he told us all week that we weren't prepared in the right way, mentally, physically. Guys, we just weren't doing the right things, and that's what happens when you're not doing the right things. And that's just something we got to go back to Hattiesburg and clean up and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Anything else for Chris? All right, thanks, Chris. All right, we got Carl Chester.
Kari, offense was able to move the ball between the 20s. It seemed once you got in the red zone, it just was a struggle. Can you just talk about what was kind of going on in the red zone there?
We continue to fight throughout the red zone. Obviously, it didn't go our way, but just going back to throughout the week, like Coach Huff was saying, just preparing the right way. The small details really matter. So it was definitely tough to see not getting in the end zone on obviously the 1 or 2 yard line, but it's another week to prepare, another week to get better. So
was that kind of the message that Coach had after the game to you all about preparing right and executing right?
yes, sir. It was just all week he's been preaching to us. Hopefully you guys, hopefully the mental disposition is there and you guys can turn it on. But mentally, throughout the week he was just breaking it down for us what's really important and really just executing the game plan. So obviously we have a new week. That's the grace of football. We get a new week to prepare, but we have to start from square one, and that's tomorrow, really on Sunday, to get prepared for this new week.
How has that connection with you and Braylon kind of grown throughout as this season has gotten started?
Me and Braylon has been together since Tulsa 2023. So I've been with that guy for a long time. I know his family. I know everything about him. Really, it's just a connection we built over time. I'm excited to play with him. That's been my college quarterback for a while now. So it's really just on and off the field. If it's film, if it's grabbing something to eat, or if it's anything like that, me and him are always together and sharing time together. So.
Anything else for Carl? All right, thanks, Carl.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. Have a blessed one.